if you don't take decisive action on this matter, it may become the one regret that haunts you for the rest of your life. I want to share with you a subject that is very dear to me, something that I believe we've all encountered at some point in our lives. Many people were trapped in jobs that sapped their souls. They often said, "The people here aren't my tribe. This place is sucking the life out of me." Yet they clung to it, bound by the illusion of security. "One more year, then I'll move on," they promised themselves, a refrain that stretched out into many long years working for someone else. We often talk about regret like it's a distant cousin who might visit someday. But the reality is that regret is the neighbor who already lives next door, waiting for the moment to intrude into your life. I have heard many stories of regret from my friends. I wish I hadn't given up on love. I wish I'd taken that job. I wish I'd traveled more. Yet the deepest, most haunting regret isn't about doing or not doing something. It's about betraying who you are. Many realize too late that they've spent their lives living someone else's dream. The regret of not living their true selves and not following their true calling, their passion and their dreams, haunted them for the rest of their lives. We humans are wired for comfort and safety. Our minds will go to great lengths to avoid risk, hardship, and an unfamiliar path. But life's most beautiful gifts often lie on the other side of that comfort zone. If you never dare to step out of your comfort, to chase after what sets your soul on fire, what could have been will turn into a haunting ghost. A ghost that doesn't scare you with its appearance, but with its message. You could have been so much more. Let me share the story of Esme. She was a natural when it came to painting. When she painted, she felt as though the universe made sense and that something divine was guiding her hands. But she pursued a safe job in marketing because that's what her parents recommended, and that's what seemed the smart thing to do. Fast forward 20 years. Esme is doing well in her career, but she's not fulfilled. When she looks at a canvas now, she sees not a world of possibility, but a haunting image of what could have been. I'm not saying it's too late for Esme. It's never too late. But why waste time in the first place? If you know deep down what brings you to life, chase it. Chase it like your life depends on it, because in a way it does. When people approach the end of their lives and reflect on their past, they often express 5 common regrets. Research and interviews have shown that these are not having the courage to be true to themselves, working too hard, not expressing feelings, not staying in touch with friends and families, and not letting themselves be happier. Notice something? Most of these regrets have nothing to do with the risks we usually avoid. They are about not taking risks. They are regrets of inaction, not action. Most of the time, this disconnect comes from a 4-letter word: fear. So how about you? Are you living life on your terms, or are you hostage to your fears? In this social media era, where everyone is curating their life stories to appear perfect, authenticity has become endangered. We show the world a fake identity, not necessarily because we're deceitful, but often because we're lost. We answer the question, "Who am I?" with labels like engineer, wife, father, doctor, not understanding that our identity isn't bound to roles. It's not enough to merely exist. You need to live, and to live authentically, you need to introspect. Ask yourself, what fuels my spirit? What is my true passion? The one I pursue in the dead of night when the rest of the world is asleep. I'm not talking about a passion for what you do, but a passion that is an integral part of who you are. What is that passion? If you have something that excites your soul, chase it like there's no tomorrow. If you haven't found it yet, embrace curiosity. Like a treasure hunter, dig through life's numerous possibilities until you find the jewel that resonates with your essence. As Steve Jobs put it, your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Spiritually speaking, many believe that we are all here for a reason, a unique purpose. When we don't honor that purpose, we are not just doing ourselves a disservice, but the world too. Think about it. The dream you have, the passion that ignites your soul, could be the exact thing the world needs, and by holding back, you're denying the world a precious gift. Don't let someone else write the script for your life. Write your own story. Let your legacy be, I lived true to myself, rather than having the melancholy echo of regret as your life's final note. Time is ticking, my friends, and it waits for no one. Seize your moments now, because tomorrow isn't promised. Dare to be the hero of your own epic tale, one where you live authentically, courageously, and joyfully. After all, this is your one precious life. Make it count. So how do we change the story? First, listen to your inner voice. Not the voice that lists a million reasons why something might not work. Listen to the voice that makes you feel alive when you dream about a certain path. Sometimes this is a whisper. Sometimes it's a roaring fire inside. But it's always there, waiting for you to act. Second, take small steps, but take them consistently. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow and move to Hollywood to pursue acting. But maybe you can start by joining a local drama club. You'll never get to your destination if you don't start walking. Third, don't walk alone. Find your tribe, people who support and share your dreams and ambitions. The path to your dream might be arduous, but having people to share the load makes it much more manageable. Finally, be brave enough to fail. Remember, failure is just a stepping stone to success. Michael Jordan once said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." I want to leave you with this thought. It's not the challenges or the failures that will haunt you, but the dreams you didn't chase and live authentically. So go after them. Run like the wind. Swim against the tide if you have to. But whatever you do, don't stand still. Your future self will thank you, and that haunting ghost of regret will be replaced by a life of joy, fulfillment, and most importantly, a life truly lived. I'd be interested to know what lessons you've learned from your past experiences and what you're currently focusing on. Thank you for being part of Wisdom Nuggets family. It's my commitment to bring the best content for you. If you love my content, please do share with your loved ones. I hope you have a beautiful day.